Dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you all to hear and see this video message. Today we are going to pray for revival of Congress party in India. There is no alternative to BJP right now without Congress. But Congress deteriorating last 8 years. It is ruling only in 2 states in India. If it is going on, our country going to be the autocratic country by BJP, like single party dominance like China. We should support and pray for Congress party because of its secularism ideology from the independence. So we should pray Congress should revive in all states of India for safer country in future. This video having around 37 pages content, so I make it in a Google Drive link in description. You can go through that and read it. Now I will read it, you can hear it. Thanks for listening. Indian National Congress was founded in 1885 by A.O. Kume, and it has been the most dominant political party that the nation has ever witnessed in the post-independence era. The Congress party, which has ruled India for most of the time since independence in 1947, has been in a state of rapid decline in recent years. Improving the education of masses is the cause of decline of Congress. Voter has become wise and able to question, diffident over secularism, its credibility in debtors, over corruption, allegation, unwilling to fight election with a killer instinct, and unable to set the agenda against the Modi government. The Congress today faces an identity crisis. Voters don't know what it stands for, what it is offering. Indians today are more likely to admire, respect and follow self-made politicians, not fifth generation dynasts. Under Sonia Gandhi leadership since 2014 and subsequently that of Shri Rahul Gandhi, the Indian National Congress has lost 2 Loksabha elections in a humiliating manner. It has lost 39 out of 49 assembly elections held between 2014 to 2022, and the party has ceded spaces to the BJP at the center and regional parties in states. All these losses and failures for Congress party in 16th and 17th Loksabha election were only because of the worst presidency by Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and enormous corruption scams in Congress regime during the period 2004 to 2014. Priyanka failed to retain the family constituency of Amedi for Rahul. Only Sonia Gandhi could win in Raebareli. Rahul lost in the whole of India and Congress could win just 54 seats, all because of the popularity of individual Congress candidates. Present Congress party is owned by Sonia Gandhi family. Other leaders are not equal partners in business. They are servants of Gandhi family. Servants cannot expected to ask us masters. They have not developed any real cadre for talent to come through. Even if some do, they will have to bow to the Gandhi family. Sonia Gandhi family are five men destroying the grand old party by treating it to be their ancestral property. No one have courage to tell this family that Congress is not party owned by your family. Biggest issue with today's Congress is that they failed to connect with people and their expectations. In most of the states, they do not have machinery at ground level. Since demise of Rajiv Gandhi, they failed to develop second string leadership at national level and state level. Most of their young faces like Sachin Pilot took the baton from forefathers. No fresh face so far who can show the attributes of true leadership. After the death of Ahmed Badel, Sonia has lost a power broker who was talented enough to negotiate with any politician and do business. All the party workers at grassroots level have already joined BJP, and the senior congressmen are not convinced about Rahul leadership. Those who oppose or spoken out or even questioned the Sonia Gandhi family principles of Congress were kicked out. As a result, all whom you see today are nothing but yes men, willing to obey all commands without question. In Congress, there could be only one top leader, that is Sonia Gandhi, and there could be many leaders in second row. It is first row is always secured for Sonia Gandhi family. Nehru Indira period. The Congress party's current dysfunction traces as far back as Indira Gandhi first term from 1966 to 1977. Indira Gandhi assumed office after the death of Lal Bahadur Shastri, who had succeeded her father Jawaharlal Nehru as Prime Minister. Death of Lal Bahadur Shastri, end of real Congress. Initial days, Congress is not family-owned party. Nehru took the advantage of primacy in Indian political scene to promote his daughter as his successor. Always Nehru nurtured the party grassroots, encouraged dissenting views and held periodic election for party positions. Indira Gandhi ended these practices, centralizing power in New Delhi and relying on a small group of advisers with little tolerance for internal opposition. Once Indira Gandhi took over as Prime Minister, she systematically eliminated all challenges by throwing out and neutralizing other leaders. Indian National Congress has ceased to exist after Indian National Congress Indira was set up by Gandhi by splitting Congress party. In subsequent years, he has converted the party into a proprietary concern. These choices lead to the resignation of several senior leaders of the party, many of whom formed their own regional parties. After Indira Gandhi's assassination in 1984, she was succeeded by her son Rajiv Gandhi, who initially showed some interest in party reform. In a famous speech marking the party's centenary in 1985, Rajiv Gandhi laced out the self-perpetuating cliques within the Congress party and called for critical reforms, including reorganization, a return to the party's early ideology, and outreach efforts that would make the party relevant to the masses. Despite this call to arms, Rajiv Gandhi ultimately backed away from reform efforts when faced with opposition from within Congress party. The organizational atrophy that began under Indira Gandhi continued. Then Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated in 1991. Then the Congress party struggled to identify a successor. Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao eventually emerged, leading the party from 91 to 96. After the Congress party lost the 97 General National election, Sonia Gandhi orchestrated a takeover and has remained at the epicenter of the party ever since. Sonia Gandhi initially proved an adept leader, building a stable cross-party coalition that pulled off a surprising national victories in 2004 and 2009. However, like Indira Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi consolidated power with the ultimate intention of transferring control to her son Rahul Gandhi. Congress became family-owned party by Indira, then Rajiv Gandhi, then Sonia Gandhi, and now Rahul Gandhi, and it will become Reagan Robert if fine, not yes-man Congress president like Sashi Tharoor not elected. How Sonia Gandhi emerging as a president of Congress party. From 91 to 98, when the Congress was in the hands of non-Gandhi, non-Nehru Gandhi leaders, a very lackluster leadership was delivered. From 96 to 98, two Janata Dal leaders H.D. Deve Gowda and Aiko Kejriwal became prime ministers with the Congress lending outside support to their governments. During this 2-year period, Sitaram Kesri, a person outside the Nehru Gandhi family, was Congress president. Narasimha Rao and Sitaram Kesri were uninspiring leaders. They had no charisma and no appeal outside the Congress. Under Rao and Kesri leadership, the party was depleting fast. Several state units started disassociating themselves from the Congress. Party factions led by G.K. Moopanar in Tamil Nadu and Mamata Banerjee in West Bengal formed their own regional parties, which ultimately led to the total erosion of Congress in these states. Over the decades, one mass leader after another has left the Congress. The party could not decide what to do vice Ram Mandir and Mandal politics. After the Indira Gandhi, there was no clear path for Congress, and it came out first time with a real leader, that is P.V. Narasimha Rao became the Prime Minister of India. He was a man of will. He did a lot of good to our country, but it is never praised by his own party just because of one reason: he is not a Gandhi family, also not controlled by remotely. It is when Rao started working for the nation and won't listen to others, the typical Congress leaders get worried. They were worried about their wrongdoings and also about what will happen to their families who can't do nothing. So they again bringing back Sonia Gandhi and kick Rao out. After the P.V. Narasimha Rao tenure, the Congress party was on the verge of falling apart. They had only one last resort to leverage Gandhi's surname. That is the reason top members of the Congress party went bleeding to Sonia Gandhi to join their party as the party president. Without any political experience, ambitions, knowledge and love for the nation, she was directly made president of the party, no questions asked. In 98, Congress saw the lowest tally, 141 seats in Loksabha. Congress was in split with several key leaders broke away from the party and serious infighting broke out amongst the left for the party leadership role under the reigns of Sitaram Kesri. This called for a serious reorganization in the party structure and leadership, with party leaders asking Sonia Gandhi to take the leadership head front. In 98, senior congressmen played titty and bent every rule to evict Sitaram Kesri from his post as Congress president and install Sonia Gandhi in his place. Sonia Gandhi getting the party president share without any knowledge of politics and Indian systems. Sonia Gandhi was offered the post of Congress president within 62 days of joining the party as a primary member. First of all, Sonia Gandhi is not a democratically elected leader. She assumed office by throwing out a democratically elected Congress President Sitaram Kejri. Kejri was thrown out for presiding over one election defeat. For presiding over defeat after defeat, Rahul Gandhi is getting promoted to the top by Sonia Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi, when she joined the Congress in 1998, Congress had stalwarts like Sharad Pawar, Madhavrao Scindia, Rajesh Pilot, YSR Moopanar, SM Krishna, Diwari, Sangma, Narasimha Rao, etc. The leaders could win election for the party on their own in their states. Their leadership extended beyond their state too. Sonia, after taking over charge in 98, saw it to that the party became subservient to Gandhi family, thereby cut to size most of these leaders who were showing promise and drove out many of them. Independent leaders from Congress like Sharad Pawar, VP Singh, Mamata Banerjee, Moopanar were all kicked out over the years. The strong leaders who stayed in house, Rao and Kejri, were humiliated. Those that were not humiliated, Rajesh Pilot, Madhavrao Scindia, YSR, died early from unrelated reason and were forgotten. Congress notable leaders have died, humiliated or kicked out. The leftovers have survived by not having an independent mind or spine. So Sonia established herself as a supreme leader with her dumb head. Generally, people in the country were having belief in Congress. Also, Dr. Manmohan Singh, who has served earlier as the best finance minister of our country, and hence voted for them in the election held in 2004. Also, even Congress was not in power from 1999 to 2004, yet the media was more or less under its Congress control. In those days, all TV channels and newspapers supported the ideology of the Congress. So Congress effectively used the media successfully create an anti-BJP narrative in the country. And 2004, the NDA government had performed reasonably well, but the riots in Gujarat and its India Shining campaign did not go down well with voters. During 98 to 2004, Sonia Gandhi used to take decisions through consultation with senior and experienced leaders. There was no interference from the family. In a way, there was collective leadership and collective responsibility. The senior leaders who were involved in the process used to produce results. Everybody owned their decision because they were part of the decision making process. The CEO Rahul Gandhi entered politics in 2004 by contesting from the Amedi Loksabha seat in Uttar Pradesh. In 2007, he was made General Secretary of the party. In 2013, he was made Vice President. Since then, Sonia Gandhi, the party president, has slowly withdrawn herself from politics and Rahul has become the Congress face. Unfortunately, Sonia's consultation with senior leaders was reduced to halt. The consultation was more between Sonia Gandhi and Rahul, and gradually Congress leaders get isolated. Entire decision making process was with Rahul Gandhi. Everybody was told to meet him, see him. So he controlled the party. Rahul Gandhi was not interested to meet or discuss with anybody or delegates the power. His only agenda was to shun out those above 60 years of age. He did not bother if those 35 years of old age he chose had political aptitude or experience. There were two congressmen who challenged the Sonia Gandhi leadership. One was P.M. Narasimha Rao. Narasimha Rao stunned everyone in what he was capable of. However, he was silenced by the end of his term and in a short time forgotten. He does not get a decent burial, being the first non-Gandhi Congress BM of the country. The second was Sitaram Kesari, Congress Working Committee President. In 1998, Sitaram Kesari was thrown off the leadership, saying that he lost the election to BJP. However, in 1999, when Congress lost even more, no one dared to question the effectiveness of his successor Sonia. He was manually lifted and thrown out of the office. No Congress leader ever came in their support. The leaders who questioned the Rajiv dealing in defense contracts unceremoniously thrown out. Gujral was an upright man and among the nicest leaders India had. He tried his best to protect democracy from the clutches of Indira Gandhi. See the reward he got, thrown out of the cabinet. Later, when he became the Prime Minister through the coalition arrangement, Congress played a drama with Jain Commission reports and destroyed his government, among the best one in foreign policy and economy. While Congress continued to name all government programs on Rajiv and Indira Gandhi, hardly anything is named after P.V. Narasimha Rao. Even Sardar Patel was mostly ignored by Congress. Very few things named after him, letting his legacy to be taken up by the BJP. In such a scenario, rapped by their own Congress party and forgotten by own party, even after doing great things for our nation, hardly any self-respecting leader can stay within the party. Almost every last leader with respect have quit. The Congress, now teeming with non-leaders with pretension to be leaders, is now in a bad shape. How regional and state political parties emerging by Congress and loses its base. Seriously, if we look at the diverse political groups in India, we can see them primarily created by the opponents of Nehru and Sonia Gandhi family and its ideologies. The elite Congress leaders who did not support the policies of the Nehru family go by the name of BJP, Janata Dal and other political parties. BJP, more technically Jansangh, was founded by Shri Syama Prasad Mukherjee, a Congress person who served a Nehru as the industry minister. He had a fallout with Nehru and the Liaquat Nehru fact. Mukherjee was opposed to inviting a Pakistan Prime Minister to Delhi and formed his party. Under Mukherjee, a number of Congress leaders were eventually brought into the fold, although many did not fit well. In the past, Rajaji formed his right-wing Swantara party to protest Nehruvian socialist ideals. In 1974, Lokdal was formed when Indira refused to back down from tyranny. Lokdal is the parent of many other political outfits like Samajwadi Party. Janata Party was founded by Jaiprakash Narayanan, a Congress activist and a brilliant leader who clashed with Indira Gandhi on development, corruption and political independence. Janata Dal was founded by V.P. Singh, a close aide of Rajiv Gandhi when he was thrown off Rajiv Gandhi cabinet for investigating the Bofors issue. After quitting the party, he formed his party in 98 with a name similar to what Jayaprakash Narayanan had. There he joined hands with I.K. Gujral, who was once the Minister of Broadcasting under Indira Gandhi government and thrown out for refusing to censor newspaper during emergency. NCP was founded by Sharad Pawar when he questioned the legitimacy of Sonia Gandhi in 1999 and later expelled from the party for that. In the same way, Trinamool Congress Mamata Banerjee and YSR Congress Party Jagan Mohan Reddy formed due to the Congress presidency poor management. As we can see, every party other than communist was founded when Congress yuan of that generation refused to provide more transparency in the decision making process. The main reason for the regional party to gain importance is the implementation of Mandal Commission. After the implementation of reservation as per the Mandal Commission, caste came to the fore. Many caste-oriented parties erupted, resulting in division of votes. Congress during this time thou thought it prudent to support the Mandal Commission, but their support to the same did not bring any benefit to the party. The regional parties took advantage of the same. Each caste supported their caste leader and not Congress. Congress lost the support of the forward community as well because Mandal Commission harmed this society. Thereby Congress lost its support base throughout India. When Congress found that states after states are slipping from under their nose, they started forming coalition with regional parties. Though coalition politics helped Congress form government for 10 years in 2004, but it turned out to counterproductive for the Congress itself as its partners who enjoyed power left it. While doing so, Congress became too dependent on the coalition partner for their own victory. Congress, which used to be a rallying party for its coalition parties, become a parasite depending too much on the regional parties. Regional parties found it not advantageous to have an alliance with Congress. From 2004 to 2014, the coalition partners of Congress have been gaining strength by association with Congress. But now Congress has become a parasite living on the other parties for oxygen. Indian National Congress on its own cannot win in any election now. Therefore, the party is hunting for right alliances in UP, West Bengal, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Delhi. No regional parties are ready to have an alliance with Congress, and Congress do not exist in these states. Now many of these important regional parties are not prepared to go to polls under Congress leaderships. They have categorically stated that they do not want Congress to lead. But regional parties should understand there cannot be any viable national alliance without the Congress against BJP in 2024 general election. Mistakes of Sonia Gandhi family members. Sonia Gandhi mistakes. Sonia Gandhi is incidentally the longest serving president in the 137 years history of the Congress party. Although the Congress party has declined over the years, analysts perceive that the most damage to the party was wrecked by Sonia Gandhi, who had little clue about the intricacy of Indian politics. Reported worldwide as Sonia Gandhi humbly rejecting the Prime Minister post in 2004, this came to be one of the biggest political gimmicks by the Congress party. It is evident how even without holding the post of Prime Minister of India, Sonia Gandhi acted as the super Prime Minister. In other words, Sonia Gandhi was running the government without being accountable for it. Sonia Gandhi is accredited with uniting the grand world party of Congress and bringing it back to power in 2004. She travelled extensively, was meeting people all the time and built a powerful cadre. But since 2004, after she could not become Prime Minister, she started the dual power structure. Prime Minister became a person deferring to the party for all important policies, and even in day-to-day appointments and postings, 10 Janbat, the home of Sonia Gandhi, became important. This dual power structure led to a strong party but weak governance. As the head of the executive, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh wielded less power. Such a contradictory position ultimately led to a moot Prime Minister, and the public ultimately started disliking this dual power system. This was the first mistake of Sonia Gandhi, that she did not rectify this party system and continued with a weak Prime Minister and weak governance and ministers who always reported to 10 Janbat rather than Prime Minister. Many veteran leaders knows that Sonia Gandhi will not let anybody else to control Indian National Congress. She made the seat of Prime Minister a laughing stock, encouraging ministers to see her first before meeting the Prime Minister. History is that after the death of Rajiv Gandhi, Sonia wanted herself to be the next Prime Minister. But the veteran leader like Bala Sahib Thackeray opposed it strongly. Thus she lost this chance. But the fact is that Indian National Congress remains in her hands. BJP knows this strategy of Sonia Gandhi. So if they destroy Sonia Gandhi completely, somebody else will take control of Indian National Congress. This will be very bad for BJP. So BJP wants Sonia to stay in power. Only then BJP will get majority in any election. She had a coterie of advisors who were not mass leaders like late Ahmed Patel, A.K. Andoni and Ambika Soni and P. Chidambaram, who was completely cut off from the ground and were too arrogant, self-centered and commanded no respect from party workers, were giving opinions on every matter which was remotely connected to them. They had in fact become super Prime Ministers. Their word was for the final for Sonia Gandhi, and then her wishes were communicated to weak Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, who followed it in letter and spirit and had no say to alter it. Sonia Gandhi started selecting weak leaders as chief ministers, and ultimately MLAs had no say. No Congress district president can dare to ring them and give any suggestion. They can't even take the liberty of sharing their problems. The Congress committed a blunder mistake by removing the Captain Amarinder Singh as the Chief Minister of Punjab 3 months before the assembly polls in March 2022. Sonia Gandhi's decision to remove Singh will be recorded in the annals of history as the historical blunder. When the demand for Telangana was rising, Sonia Gandhi, without understanding the situation, divided Andhra Pradesh, which was a bastion of the Congress for long in 2014. Result, the Congress became zilch in Andhra Pradesh and the Telangana Rashtra Samiti took all the credits for the creation of Telangana and came to power. After P.M. Narasimha Rao's death in 2014, Sonia Gandhi did not allow his body to be placed at the Congress headquarters in Delhi to let party leaders pay their last reports to him. About 10 years after Rao's death, a memorial in his name came up in Delhi, but only after the BJP came to power at the center. And finally, she was not clear on son Rahul Gandhi's role. This cost the Congress the maximum. As a mother, she wanted her son to take over the party and attain prime ministership, and in both aspects she failed to deliver. Sonia Gandhi ensured that her son would encounter minimal opposition from within the party, but she could not protect him from his own shortcomings. Although he was not yet formally the party leader, the BJP took the opportunity to portray him as a complete political novice. In 2019, Rahul Gandhi unofficially led Congress defeat in the national elections, with the BJP taking an absolute majority in the Loksabha. Immediately after the loss, Rahul Gandhi disappeared from view. He skipped several of the Congress party most important events. This is open for people to debate what was this the work of Kothari, which did not let Rahul Gandhi take over, or it was a weak mother who could not control her sons, whose image was projected as non-serious, uninterested and an escapist. She is responsible for this mess in the career of her slippery son and in Congress. Mistakes of Rahul Gandhi. Far from being the solution, Rahul Gandhi is seen as the problem. By his own admission, he is no match for Modi in mass communication. Politics, especially in the Modi era, is all about political communication. At the age of 52, Rahul is unable to give a speech extempo. He is unable to talk on any subject with authority. Rahul Gandhi tries his best to sound serious with many issues, but lacks any in-depth knowledge about the same. Although he travelled extensively and addressed over 500 election meetings and became Congress Vice President and then President, he still carries a non-serious image, basically due to his slippery character. He routinely commits blunders and is equally responsible for the demise of Congress. Rahul Gandhi has demolished all the consultative mechanism in the Congress, and in all senior and inexperienced leaders were sidelined, and new coterie of inexperienced psycho bands started running the affairs of the party, and the remote control culture that damaged the UPA was brought into the party, set by Congress veteran Ghulam Nabi Azad in his resignation letter that ended his nearly 50-year-old association with the party. Rahul Gandhi was surrounded during UPA 1 and UPA 2 with people of below average mental level. They could not guide him at all. The coteries surrounding Rahul made him completely inaccessible. The coterie was foreign educated novices who experimented with Congress working and ticket selections and alliances and party posts, thus completely destroyed Congress, but they were untouchable as Rahul depended on them. Kanishka Singh was their leader, and it consisted of Kaushal Vidyarthi, Alangar Dandan, etc. They behaved like most knowledgeable and demigods for poor party workers and leaders. They regularly misbehaved with them, and rather keeping senior party leaders in good humor even if Rahul gave them no time. They were more arrogant and discourteous than Rahul Gandhi. They made Rahul Gandhi very unpopular among senior party leaders and party workers. Iconic American businessman and once chairman of IPM Thomas J. Watson summarized Rahul Gandhi's foremost problem: don't make friends who are comfortable to be with, make friends who will force you lever yourself up. Seen as a party politician, Rahul Gandhi never misses his holidays. Whether India is undergoing upheaval with demonetization or a fresh round of assembly elections are nigh, he has to take his December end flight out and soon starts planning his birthday trip in June. Each holiday lasts around 2 weeks. By contrast, Modi ji projects the image of 24/7 leader. Even when he fails, people say at least he is trying. Rahul is seen as someone who not even trying. Seen as a part-time politician, he tore the ordinance passed by the Congress cabinet, which was like the mocking the constitution. His conduct nailed the party. Rahul Gandhi has succeeded in setting his Pappu image of being a part-time in politics who cannot be taken seriously. But he is yet to learn that politics is the art of the possible. The Congress has not yet succeeded in projecting Rahul as an alternative to Narendra Modi. Slogans such as Chaukidar Chorgai failed to make an impact, while Rahul Gandhi kept attacking the BJP aggressively in the media, but he failed to strengthen the organization on the ground. Most of the Congress leaders, instead of quitting the streets, prefer to raise the issue on Twitter only. Instead of raising issue of bread and butter, the agrarian crisis, unemployment, water scarcity, Rahul Gandhi kept harping on the theme of Rabelais. Rahul Gandhi has no connect till date with the party workers, and they don't feel motivated by him. He does not empathize or sympathize with Congress workers at any level. The touch of creating personal feeling with party cadre is completely lacking. This has damaged the party to a great extent. He had a complete disconnect with the senior party leaders, and neither could they groom him nor he wanted to learn anything from them. He looked at them with contempt. Stalwarts like Pranab Mukherjee were ignored. Slow-moving politicians like Mohan Prakash, Madhusudan Mistry, who inspired none, were giving prominence. Rahul could not control the corruption of Chidambaram or others. Congress became a party embroidered in fights among themselves, but Rahul chose to ignore it. Chidambaram was fighting with Pranab. Anand Sharma was fighting with Veerbhadra Singh. Ajay Mekhan was fighting with Sheila Dikshit. Pulak Chatterjee was fighting with TKA Nair in Prime Minister office. These fights led to engineering, public interest litigations, newspaper leaks and adverse public opinion, which finally led to the demise of Congress in May 2014 Loksabha elections. Rahul Gandhi miserably failed to constitute a young team of governance. He did not make young cabinet ministers, had no one in the bureaucracy, and miserably failed to make young leaders as state presidents of the party. These people would by now have changed Congress, but old spent forces continued in UPA too, and the public got fed up and came to believe that these Rahul Gandhis also are a part of the same gang, and so discarded them. Everyone tries to learn from known intelligent and knowledgeable people about different fields, be it economics, governance, law or human resources or foreign affairs, but Rahul showed no inclination to learn from anyone. This non-learning made him a burden on Congress, and he could in return offer no good advice on day-to-day advices. Issues. He was always out of focus. He offered no inconsistency on any issue or policy. He never saw anything reach a final conclusion. Today he cannot claim anything that he has done for the country. His advisors and friends also failed miserably to counsel him. On Gandhi, Obama says he has a nervous, unformed quality about him, as if he were a student who done the coursework and was eager to impress the teacher, but deep down lacked either the aptitude or the passion to master the subject. According to the New York Times review, Congress President Rahul Gandhi pledged to give Rs 72,000 a year to the country's poorest families if the Congress is voted to power in the 2019 Loksabha elections. Gandhi called his minimum income support scheme a final assault on poverty. But there was no takers for his scheme. People did not trust Rahul Gandhi because the track record of his party in implementing the poll promises are too hopeless. He never has been able to convince the public either of his promises. People considered Modi's Rs 6,000 more reasonable. Both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi failed to connect with voters in the way that Modi did in 17th Lok Sabha elections. They failed to become brands. Out of 116 Lok Sabha constituencies where Gandhi campaigned, the Congress could win only 17, while the BJP managed to get 92 seats. Rahul does not want to be a Congress president, but remains active through his utterance and actions, and the latest being his Padayatra that seems more aimed at lending political entitlements than paving the road to electoral revival. He has not said he also does not want to be a prime minister if the Congress and allies get the numbers and favors him for the top job. This sends wrong signals. I strongly believe Rahul Gandhi is more suitable for a subordinate and supportive role in Congress, not to Congress President or Prime Minister candidate. I personally like Shri Rahul Gandhi ji. He is the only person in Congress speak about BJP's Hindutva ideology. There is no Congress leader, even Sonia Gandhi madam or Priyanka Gandhi have no guts to opposite BJP's ideology of Hindutva and Hindu Rashtra. So I especially pray for Rahul Gandhi for his good health for to fight for BJP is their ideology. Mistakes of Priyanka Gandhi. Finally comes the newest General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi, who is much more receptive than both mother and brother, is more pleasant to interact and gels with Congress workers more, and they have better connect with her. Priyanka seems to be in a tearing hurry to take over everything in Congress, undermining the position of Rahul. The group in Congress which heads Rahul Gandhi is always seen around her. This created a bad message which has gone everywhere and damaged the Congress and creating a confusion in the party. She damaged the Congress by letting her husband loose. Her husband Robert Vadra is a liability which Congress is not able to digest. Robert should have been kept at home without getting into shady land deals. She should have told him clearly that there is no space for him to enter into a business of any sort, but she failed miserably, and Sonia Gandhi also it seems to have had no control. Robert Vadra created an image for himself which is hated by every common man. He reigned Rahul Gandhi's amazing election by standing on a truck and asking votes for him. Such weakness on the part of these Gandhis for Robert has caused irreparable damage for the grand old party, and there seems to be no sign of remorse or feeling of guilt in Robert and others that they have killed the ambition of lack of youth and old Congress loyalists. Like Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi is also not surrounded by a team of sharp people from every walk of life. People discarded by Rahul and the public are surrounded her, which is furthering the damage to the party. She is completely absent from the intellectual arena and talks. She is never seen as a serious politician and a knowledgeable person by the upper middle class and intelligentsia. She has failed to carry forward the legacy of Nehru and his so-called intellect and dynamism perception. According to senior party leaders, the problem with Priyanka is that she refuses to interact with the party workers and depends solely on whatever feedback she receives from her coterie. Priyanka Gandhi has failed miserably to awaken the masses in UP and restructure Congress in the state. All party posts are lying vacant in Uttar Pradesh and she is busy in Delhi, thereby losing touch from the ground. Rather than staying and touring continuously for months in UP, She spends time in gun market and in parties. Apparently, Priyanka's strategies, including nominating women in 40% of the seats, failed to impress the voters. Good crowds did turn up to see her, but it was more out of curiosity. They wanted to see Indira Gandhi's granddaughter speaking, just like we would want to see a film actor, a cricketer or celebrity. In the 2022 Uttar Pradesh Assembly polls, the Congress hit rock bottom by winning just 2 of the 403 seats and merely 2.3% votes. Nearly 387 party candidates forfeited their deposits. In 10 seats, the party candidates got less votes than Nota. Just like a child gets tired of an old toy, Priyanka Gandhi seems to have lost interest in UP politics. She is directly responsible for the demolition of Congress in UP, also taking the party away from power in Punjab. The manner in which she dealt with the recent Punjab imbroglio exposed her political immaturity and raised serious doubts that Priyanka has the skill sets to put the Congress house in order. It is an acknowledged fact that Priyanka was instrumental in pitching for Navjot Singh Sidhu's appointment as Punjab Pradesh Congress Committee President and isolating senior leader and former Chief Minister Amarinder Singh. Amarinder Singh's resignation, his decision to quit the party, Sidhu's dramatic announcement that he was stepping down as Punjab Congress chief have only highlighted how Priyanka and Rahul Gandhi bungled it for the Congress barely a few months before assembly polls. She has taken on the role of party's crisis manager and firefighter following the death of Ahmed Patel, the Congress President Sonia Gandhi indispensable political secretary. Clearly, she is out of depth here. Priyanka's disinclination to grant interviews to TV news channels and newspapers failed to project brand Priyanka. Funnily, throughout the election period, she kept trying to win the minds and hearts of Congress workers rather than voters spread all over the country. How to revive Congress party? For smooth running of our beautiful democracy, decimation of the opposition is not at all good. The only alternative to BJP pan-India is the Congress party. A strong party can prevent the dispensation from turning autocratic and save India from becoming another single party country by BJP like Russia and China. The regional parties are important and doing a good job in some areas, but they have their own limitations. The Congress needs to occupy its due space and assert itself with strength throughout India to present a strong and vigilant opposition. Since the routing of 2014 election, Congress always failed to accept the defeat. If they can't accept failure, then how would improve? Perhaps this is the best time for them to sit together and realize the wrong done and how to fix the gap. Instead of running after every election in desperation, first start connecting with masses, develop the narratives. Congress still has a national voter base of about 20%. The Congress leadership does not know what to do with resources, the manpower and the vote base the party has. The real failure is that the party organization is staffed with salaried employees pretending to be leaders or with leaders who have no drive to win election. It is like a company run by people unconcerned with profit but desperate to impress the board of directors. The Congress party does not have a strong leader and workable structure, and its ideological agenda of leftist welfarist policy for the poor has been hijacked by the BJP, which is using it cleverly to position itself as the single dominant party in Indian politics. The Congress needs to rewrite its ideological agenda and open the entry gates of the party for people with rightist views within its broad spectrum of secular politics to encounter the rightist views within its broad spectrum of secular politics to counter the BJP surge in the country. The party can revive itself by rebuilding the party organization, by repopulate its cadre with foot soldiers and flag bearers at the grassroots level, and set up realistic goals to do political rebound in the distant future. The Congress party needs to build a strong national narrative and show a vision to the country for development. Secularism, being a strong value of the party since inception, is losing ground due to BJP building a narrative of regaining glory of the Hindus. In no way Congress should present itself as an anti-Hindu party and give a clear message to the country that being secular is not being anti-majority. In recent years, Congress leaders have not consistently maintained the party's commitment to secularism. The present day Congress party has lost touch with common man on the ground. The BJP has a great mechanism of connectivity to the RSS branches spread across the length and breadth of the country. Similar exercise needs to be done by founding a Congress club which has participation of the common non-political people in all districts. This can serve as a bridge between the masses and the top leadership. The party needs to have more interaction with the second line of leaders. Their grievance should be addressed and should give more say in the party affairs. For example, Congress lost prominence in the Northeast India mainly due to losing Mr. Himanta Biswas to BJP. If he was had timely and given recognition, it would not have happened. The Congress party lagging far behind than the BJP in social media battle, it should be improved. Since Congress has the highest share of unknown income amongst parties, it should realize 100% information about functioning, decision making, raising and utilization of funds in public domain. The time has arrived when the party must stop following the policy of dynastic politics. A member in the party should be promoted entirely on the basis of merit, which will allow the emergency of an efficient leader. Members in the party must not pitch against one another, and on the contrary must unanimously figure out the way to revive the party. It is high time that the party power within the party is decentralized, or else the future of the Indian National Congress seems dubious. President election and election for Congress Working Committee and Parliament Board. Yesterday I made the video. You can go through that and then know about this. Finally, why Sonia Gandhi family important for Congress right now? Like it or not, politics in India heavily depend on personalities rather than policies or programs. That way, the Nehru Gandhi are branding themselves for Congress, just as Narendra Modi for BJP or Arvind Kejriwal for Aam Aadmi Party are brands because they are the most known faces and vote catchers for their parties. Charismatic personalities were particularly important in a country with high rates of illiteracy and poverty. Congressmen have developed a grace for leadership of Gandhi family, since the family have provided a much desired victory. Nehru, Indira, Rajiv and Sonia have produced victories for the party several times. Sonia Gandhi, the most inexperienced one, produced victories in 2004 and 2009. This has prompted them to go in for the leadership of Sonia Gandhi. The different factions in the party are united because of Gandhi family. They act as an adhesive, keeping the party united. Otherwise, the party will divide into pieces. The present Congress party is devoid of leadership other than Sonia Gandhi. For Congress, no other leader apart from Sonia Gandhi family, a vote catcher in national level. The so-called elite leaders of Congress know that none of them have any pan-India appeal and also cannot win even a few seats by themselves, even in their own states. So Sonia Gandhi family is necessary for Congress to survive. If Gandhi family do not lead the party, there is every possibility of party folding up. It is because of Gandhi family the party is able to mobilize funds for election. They control the purse string. Without fund, it will be very difficult for the party to exist. The Gandhi family name has been the number one asset to the Congress party since independence, with the Mahatma Gandhi and Nehru legacy. I believe even now the name gets votes, though maybe in much smaller percentage than before. When the people of India would become mature and stop voting based on the family affiliations, the politics of dynasty would automatically stop. Despite the grave crisis the parties has been facing after the debacle in 5 states election in March 2022, the Congress is still rallying behind the Sonia Gandhi family. Sonia Gandhi's reverence in Congress is more out of fear than respect. In all these years of its inception and rule, you should read this, for most of part of it read like misrule. Congress workers and leaders have made a mind that their wellness and the party's existence depends solely on the Sonia Gandhi family. They are ready to sweep the floor on her command, and we know the difference with sycophancy and reference. If the Gandhi's family losses are relinquish control, there will be severe infighting, and most of the slaves following them will run to them to resurrect them for their own survival, not in the interest of the party or the nation. Congress notable leaders have died, humiliated or kicked out. The leftover have survived by not having an independent mind or spine. How do we expect such people to lead on their own? So thus Sonia Gandhi family has no option but to remain. Bible talks about present Congress party. In Judges chapter 5 verse 9, my heart is with the leaders of Israel, that is Congress Working Committee, All India Congress Committee, Pradesh Congress Committee, who offered themselves willingly among the people. Praise the Lord. In Exodus chapter 7 verse 29, God created people, that is Congress party, to be virtuous, but they have each turned to follow their own downward path. In Proverbs chapter 29 verse 12, if a ruler, that is Sonia Gandhi, pays attention to falsehood, all his ministers become wicked. In Exodus chapter 9 verse 18, one fool and bungler, that is Sonia Gandhi family, can destroy much good. Also in Proverbs chapter 28 verse 2, due to a wrongdoing of a land, that is Congress, its leaders are many. But by a person like Shri Sashi Tharoor of understanding and knowledge, so it endures. So kindly pray and prophesy in the name of Lord Jesus Christ that Congress party should rewrite its ideological agenda with secularism to counter the BJP surge in India, and rebuilding the party organization by repopulate its cadres with foot soldiers and black bearers at the grassroots level, and set up realistic goals to do political rebound, to build strong narrative and show a vision to the country for development. And Congress party should develop second line leaders, address their grievances, and should give them more say in party affairs, must end the dynastic politics on the basis of merit by Shri Sashi Tharoor, Trivandrum MP, should be elected as Congress President of India to acquire at least 180 Congress MP in 18th Loksabha to form the coalition government under Prime Minister Shri Kejriwalji with 69 MPs and new emerging biblical secular party with 72 MPs in May 2024, and Congress should prevent country become autocratic by BJP, a single party dominance like China, and election should be conducted for Congress working committee and parliamentary board without nomination anyone by Congress President. Amen. Jai Hind.